There is something fundamentally painful about capitalism. Like, we're getting all these new things, the businesses are opening up, but solve this problem for me. Okay, I'm not doing very well on social media. What are my options? I mean, I would have tried the options. I've been here for 3 years. What are you talking about, options? I would try a different social media. Oh, wait, there's no other social media? Under capitalism, we attempt to rely on just like singular amount of things. There's not a lot of things. Everything is converging. And that convergence eventually leads into some kind of system failure, anyways. Looks like a volcano. I call it bleeding edge. You can chase the technology's bleeding edge, but you don't know which one is good for you and which one's bad. You're just going to be wasting money trying to collect them all. All the possibilities. Not everyone can live here. But the very similar thing can be applied like Windows. Everyone used it until it fucking sucked. And everyone started panicking. The bleeding edge of technology started bleeding people. That's crazy. And usually it's because the options become limited. When you limit options, when you converge people too much into one place to do one type of thing, we get screwed if that thing doesn't even work. Well, that's the only power of diversity. In case one thing doesn't work, you can always quickly switch. In case TikTok doesn't work, you can switch to the Chinese app. That was very funny. That was a very funny joke when it happened. For a little bit. Americans turn into Chinese real fast. Fucking the irony overwhelming. The world sucks because it does not have alternatives. It does not care about alternatives at all. I guess LARPing was a breath of fresh air, and, well, it stopped working for me. I didn't get subscribers for like 2 days now. I was enjoying LARPing until it changed. Until it slowed down. Until people retracted their interest. The funniest example of the bleeding edge effect is your parents. You cannot change your parents. You only have one choice. And that one is kind of like the worst one. Alright? Yeah, the system is trying to fix that issue, but it's the government system that is trying to provide something to assist with parenting. So they introduced schools, right? Of like, well, you should be able to parent each other to some extent, you know, little children, hey guys, parent each other. Teachers might be able to pitch into towards your parenting. You know, it's like just so fucking weird, but only one solution. Who's gonna be coaching you for the rest of your life? Who's gonna be injecting you with information and teaching you how to live life? Fucking one option, dude. System breaks in another way. We're not serious in solving problems. Oh no, the fertility rate is declining. Oh no, there's homeless crisis. You're missing the fucking root of the problem. If you're not fighting for the root of the problem, you're not even converging anymore. So, I show you the convergence model, but when it comes to problem solving, people converge into all kinds of directions instead of solving the actual problem. Right? So there's another way to fucking bleed with convergence. Everyone scatters their attention, and when our attention is scattered, we cannot solve a problem. We have to unite to solve problems. No problem can be solved under capitalism, guys. None. It's the worst time for problem solving. Only creation of problems. We have the most basic problems being created. Oh, we don't have relationships. We don't have jobs. That's it. That's what's going to kill society. That's just like, if this is the bottom level that we're creating problems at, we're destroying society. People should not be complaining of like there's not enough jobs and I can't get a girlfriend. They shouldn't be complaining publicly on social media. That's declaration of death, unfortunately, because you should be just looking for it, right? You should be relatively successful at relatively making progress. You should be able to talk to your friends about it and make progress. Solve, unite, fucking hurry up. This is the most fundamental problem to solve. I just fucking gave up, though. I mean, society's so fucked right now. Holy crap. Solve a problem under capitalism? Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Everything is stripped away except money. If you have enough money, you'll solve problems. That's where all the solutions are. You know, the ultimate anti-problem solving convergence is that everything gets funneled. There's the ultimate pyramid of money, right? All the attention goes to money. If you have problems, you just don't have enough money. It becomes this like moral degeneration. But at the same time, I guess, then focus on money. Focus on making money then. All right? And hope that works. But didn't I just say that jobs and relationships are hard to come by? That means that money itself destroys itself. The idea of capitalism is self-destruction. Or it strips too many elements. Like, it can't be that way. It can't be stable. It destroys itself. I mean, it's fascinating. Like, at least solve problems so people can actually focus on money. But they can't. People who are not earning enough money, but who are capable, like, we should be dragging them to make money, if it's possible, somehow. But no, the funniest thing is like, well, we put minimum wage. So now, it's even harder to make money. If it's not certain amount, we're fucked. We're so fucked right now. So capitalism creates problems. It creates solutions and problems. It doesn't discriminate. It creates technology, and it creates convergence chaos. Not all. You can join in and create problems too. You can buy the dumbest fucking items imaginable. You can buy a big ass dog. You will create problems. You create any bit of stress that is not necessary to be created, you're creating problems. Right? It's a problem for me to even live in society surrounded by stupid people. That's a big problem when smart people surrounded by stupid people. That's not supposed to be the case. Stupid people must be always left alone, must be always left behind. But that stops happening at some point. Every problem you can imagine is just fucking happily accumulating right now. Just growing. You can imagine like a chessboard too. You have the good and evil, just they're both growing at the same rate. No big deal. Just full of growth, full of survival. It's beautiful. Capitalism, right? It's a broken system. Just the system alone can create a variety of pain, which is why I don't even believe in COVID. A virus spreading across the world? You mean capitalism? I mean, I heard about that one. I don't think you need more. Cancer? You can have cancer. Where does the cancer come from? Capitalism? Like, I will blame capitalism for everything. What are you talking about? It's so prevalent. It creates such a broken system. That's the first suspect. Put handcuffs on and arrest this piece of shit. It's the first thing you would suspect. Oh my god. And anyone who doesn't suspect capitalism first and foremost is a fucking idiot who is creating more problems. Like, at least suspect the right thing. We can't even solve the problem. We can suspect capitalism, that's it. We can't even solve the problem, though. But we could at least pick the right suspect. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, okay, we can't solve nothing yet. But if we pick the right suspect, we can at least use that mentality to use capitalism to build things that help humanity somehow. Right? People have money. People decide. Democracy decides what businesses exist. But we have to educate people first. Schools should not be for just children. Schools should be to, like, educate about the culture, the local culture. It's so insane right now. It's so insane when you think about it. There's no solutions for anything. One solution. You're on your own, kid. You know? All the time. You're just on your own. Figure that shit all by yourself. Like, I was born on this earth to realize that if I want a normal life, I have to be responsible for 2,000 things. I have to solve 2,000 problems. Probably fucking daily, 5 problems have to be solved every day. Every day, plus 5 more businesses established. I have to do it all by myself. Right? To just create some kind of normal life. Or I have to get rich. Of course. Of course, guys. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be traumatized 100%. Trauma still fucking sells. Alright? Well, unfortunately, no, because that could still turn me into an alien. Fucking sucks, dude. Because at some point, like, I can only be responsible for one thing. Bigger and bigger thing. Relatively speaking, if I want to solve a problem, I can technically just solve one problem at a time. Just like making a game takes 3 years at least. Perfecting the formula takes the rest of the years of the rest of your life. Because it's better, like, you keep the game alive. Like, you don't know how many problems you're solving just by being successful with one thing. If you reach any success, you technically grind that. You don't stop. Now, granted, I'm learning YouTube, alright? I chose to do that. That's my thing. And slowly, I'm gonna get better at this. I can still, like, multiply my power level 10 times. Pretty easy. But I'm bleeding every fucking day. I'm tormented every fucking day. That it's this difficult? Really? You sure you're okay with this? And that's the funny thing, because people should be constantly uniting and attempting to build or push through poverty. Poor people have to unite to solve problems. And they do the opposite thing usually because they're poor, they're stupid. Right? They cause problems most of the time. They're the ones who adopt technology and don't know how to use it. And after misusing technology, we pretend that that's just how it works. It's just random. It's luck. It's luck based. We just accept stupidity. We just accept the broken system because we're not putting much effort, and everything constantly keeps breaking. Imagine you're a man. But there's a scarcity to a man, right? How many friends can you possibly have? They're probably just going to leave you at some point. They're probably just going to get themselves girlfriends, and man would still become more and more scarce. Slowly disconnected. I mean, that's my life. Men are scarce. I'll take man if there's a man. I don't need to chase women all the time. I'll take man. There is no man. Unity doesn't fucking discriminate. Black, Asian, fuck that shit. That's how you learn anti-racism. Fucking uniting people for a cause. Should sound fucking simple, but it's not that simple. So yeah, YouTube, right? Why can't I just make my own social media? But that's the ultimate trap. There's not a lot of options. Something becomes successful, people push it up as much as they can. They bleed into it. They allow the monopolization of that thing. That thing takes over the society. Just like the cancer fucking grows. That's the cancer. That's the definition of cancer. Is this convergence idea. Even your feelings can converge. You feel bad and just the feels bad cycle can turn into a loop. That sounds like cancer too. I'm not just joking when I say, well, the suspect is capitalism. It absolutely is. Because just capitalism alone is not enough. Capitalism is just stripping away of unnecessary things. It's not actually adding anything to people's lives. It's just stripping away the unnecessary thing. Almost in a tradable manner. Your friends become Pokemon cards. I'll take it. I'll take it. The unreachable nature of people is also breaking me significantly. Right now. Just now, I'm just coming out of 2-day torment of like, man, this girl is not replying or checking her socials, right? It's just so weird. How should I feel about it, right? Like, you want to solve the problem with that other person. But if they're unreachable, there is no negotiation possible. That person just got defeated somehow, right? The most vital thing has been cut. And can this person be changed at some point, someday? Who knows? But that's what has to happen. I see the NPCs do the same thing over and over again. They pose their bloated egos. They exist. It's so fascinating. But when it comes to be responsible, damn, does that fucking illusion shatter very quickly. Right? When you're talking about tangible things, like at least conversation level of tangibility, damn, it gets pretty difficult, you know? I'm not in the right mood right now. Oh, man. All right, let's delay this conversation till tomorrow. I'm not gonna fucking cry about it. This unreachability creates a web of walls. Not a typical web that is interconnected, just web of walls. You go one way, there's a wall. You go another way, there's a wall. Like, let me solve a fucking problem. And this is the ultimate corruption map as well. If you need help, who are you gonna call? I mean, I would like to call Ghostbusters, if anything. Because I haven't tried ghosts yet. I have tried humans. I haven't tried ghosts. When you give just slightly more complicated concept than money, like NPCs just drop it to the floor, just go away. They become unreachable. They can't hear you. They can't see you. They're genuinely crippled individuals that I should not be bothered with in the first place. They should be filtered out of society because all they fucking offer is a wall in between. I don't need that shit, bro. Instead, the opposite is happening because problems keep on occurring. Pure chaos. Pure invasion of every kind is happening. NPC's gonna yell, take over social media, converge everything, rely on one thing, accept stupidity across the board. Like, we all need to escape that, but no one's lifting a finger. So that's another, like, it technically is the first thing, right? Where is it? Did I just killed it? I killed it. Okay, that's not good. But it's back. So even though this is fundamental, like, you get a girlfriend, right? That girlfriend turned out to be an NPC or just like lower level than you. It's not a perfect match. What do you do? You live in torment anyways. Because the other person is just irresponsible in the relationship. So you can't just like have a fake version of something and call it a day. That's some scary shit, to be honest. Imagine we don't know what are the chances right now that what people have is fake. Everyone is responsible for their own well-being at the same time. This is the beauty of it. No one's gonna knock on your door and check your well-being. That's fucking scary, man. What the fuck do I exist? What's the fucking point? If my well-being is not being checked, right? Until I went insane. In the most, like, mild imaginable way. Oh, now you're gonna check my well-being. Oh. Fixed. Going insane is the best thing that I've ever done. Look at that. I fixed the system by accident. It had papers, and it's like, oh, I guess I can do an exception for you because you're insane. So now they pay me money, and they check my well-being. Fucking perfect. Thank you very much. The dumbest fucking thing. Oh, because nobody else did it, huh? So the system now is like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it, actually. Yeah. Fascinating stuff. So, you have can you converge that too? If you can converge problems into one big problem, if you can focus on something, then we can solve it collectively. Then we have a point of interest to go for, to aim at, to master. It's our starting point. That's pretty good. Can we converge that? Well, again, we have to add, like, this sometimes fake jobs and fake relationships. So what do we do? What makes them fake? Well, all them NPCs make it fake. There's no other way. The biggest weapon against everyone is just leaving them behind. Keeping social distance. Because sometimes NPCs are not social. They're fucking chaotic, insane people. Now, why would this happen? What's the nature behind it? Because, like, I can't just blame NPCs. Like, NPC is fine. It's fine. It's just like, but they're the ones that would attract the most evil because they're the weakest link, basically. They're the most helpless creature that can't do much. Like, they can spend money to do the same thing, which is social distance into a different location. They would do the same thing anyways. The higher level you are, you would just come to the same conclusion anyways. So you gotta move. I love how capitalism converges to that one thing. Just gotta move, because you can move, but you also have to. That shit's tangible, by the way. If we move all together, all my subscribers, we move in one location, that's pretty good. we can have a lot of things done, I imagine. It's almost hard to imagine what is a collective power that people have anymore. I don't know. It's the only thing I've watched is Office. And the funniest thing about it is that they are human and mostly NPCs. They're mostly useless. They're not getting filtered out for just like being slugs in the office. Well, they're human and we attach to them and it's just kind of likable but not likable, whatever, right? They're not getting filtered out. There's so many bad actors in the office as well. And what the fuck is that? By the way, that resulted in like zoom in for a second. There's like 5 good characters in the series. I consider them all just superior to the other NPC characters. What happened? This guy is literally leaving the office as we speak, and they have to like connect together, right, to survive. It's literally a survival ground when you're surrounded by NPCs, when you're surrounded by people who drag you down. Lower quality people. When there's no proper staircase to escape the shithole. This guy constantly tries to, become at least superior to everyone. But he has no escape. Right? He's just trying to be the best. Right? And it's not focused, not connect to anyone because it's this fucking trash. Even though this guy is supposed to be the master of relationships. This guy left and that guy left. I didn't even fucking notice when that happened. So that's cool. And the rest of the cast is just a bunch of weird people that just create more stress, more problems. So the biggest problem is not even having jobs or relationships. The real problem is separating the levels at which people at. Just paying attention at what level has someone reached. Just fucking filtering them out into different groups and treating them differently. That's it. That's all the system's supposed to do. It does not treat us differently based on our abilities or anything. Yes, we can maybe get more money, but that's not even like a systematic thing. No one's going to ask you anything. You have to do everything yourself. You have to figure out by yourself how you earn money. Pretty much. Or drift along the trauma, basically. And maybe the system is going to pick you up and fucking grant you money automatically. Wow. You decided to show up and treat me differently. That's fascinating. That's the funny thing, I'm telling you, I went insane in the most mild way. And the system is starting to fix itself and treat me differently. So my friends treated me differently. They stopped giving a fuck about me. Wow. Was that a good thing? I have to take it for what it is. I have to take it. So, every single time the world treats you differently, you have to pretend it's a good thing and just roll with it. That's your level up moment. So I can't wait to be treated differently again. I mean, the most recent vibe is people hate me. Like, I was right. I was right. They're assholes. But no, it's not that simple. Like, they're stupid. They converged in all the wrong directions. If you're stupid, you're chasing a whole different set of things that are completely irrelevant to smart people. So people are going to be watching sports, and smart people are going to be questioning of like, why so many people are into sports? Why is it so popular? It's idiocracy. It's not supposed to make sense. It's a fucking convergence of idiots somewhere. Take that distraction moment and get value out of it. You know, while people are distracted to do something useless, you can actually get ahead of them. You get extra time. Alright, whatever. So, the fundamental of capitalism is when it's existing, it is gonna suck most of the time. Because it exists for one reason, to act as a test. Right? A lot of people are being tested by capitalism. Problems are growing, solutions are growing. You have to somehow lean towards solutions as much as possible. And that is across humanity. It's every single time anything happens, it goes through the same cycle. And we're constantly being tested. Capitalism is just a test that's going to end and is going to integrate itself. Because it can't just come out of nowhere and all of a sudden be the most versatile system that works all the time. People have to educate themselves on it. They have to try different things. Some things succeed, and then we have to kill the villains of capitalism in the end of the day. There's 4 steps of the cycle. Killing the villains of capitalism is the final test. The apocalypse. Because villains will fucking escalate. They will get really scared for their lives. They will also try to survive, like everyone else. But maybe not all of them are going to be solved. Because I dug a little bit deeper. I exposed a little bit more problems. Social media problem is not going to go away in just 2 years. But what can go away in 2 years is that we strike back against the villains. We find a way out to unite ourselves and fucking crush it. Fix the problems of the system. And again, it usually means we'll learn how to escape. And if government is persecuting, I mean, rest in peace, government. It doesn't work that way. I don't have to actually browse TikTok for too long to find shit like this.
Yeah, of course teenagers are depressed and isolated and socially awkward. I mean, where are they supposed to go? I mean, I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I really want to talk about it because everybody wants to blame phones and social media for these issues, which I don't disagree with entirely. But I mean, really and truly, if you're a teenager today, what are your options? Where are you supposed to find community? Most places aren't walkable. Public transportation is limited. Third spaces like malls are disappearing. Hanging out anywhere costs money. I feel like every time I step outside, I spend $100. And
I guess you become the bad guy and buy yourself a motorbike anyways.
And I mean, if we're being so real, it starts before you're a teenager nowadays. We've created an entire generation of kids with fewer places to gather, fewer opportunities to socialize, and then we act shocked when they're struggling to connect with others.
Yeah, I haven't socialized for 12 years since I was a teenager. After I stopped being a teenager.
Stay home, I develop mental problems. And if I go out, I attract people with mental problems. What am I meant to do? If I stay...
But see, I'm telling you guys, the biggest problem is gathering spaces away from the low-level people. That's the ultimate problem. You must gather away from these scumbags. Away from people who are lower than you. They're going to drain your energy. If they don't respect you. They have to respect people above their level. To not drain their energy. To not be evil by default. It gets increasingly more difficult as well. This is the only way, like, my isolation can actually help me not sabotage me. And I'm planning to step into greater isolation yet again. I mean, my brain dreams about it every day. It's like my brain has a different set of plans for me. It's so fascinating. But I have to completely agree. There's another fundamental thing that has to naturally happen. Somehow it was stripped away by capitalism. I don't know. I don't know what's up right now. But the way we live is definitely not natural. When there's no place to go, there's no natural solution to anything. Developmental problems. It depends. You can establish outside places as an extrovert. You can establish inside places as an introvert. Inside places, well, now supercharged by the internet. Back in the day, would you have to go to library? I don't know what you have to do. Inside place would be your workplace then. The office. The real problem is not even that. We're not even trying to solve anything. We're not even building businesses. We're not using capitalism to solve the problem. Like, people would pay money for the solution, but how are we not capable of actually building the solution? Right? A gathering spot of some kind. Because capitalism only says, bar, gym. Shit, I probably haven't saved this one. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, it's that one.
Okay, then where should I be meeting a good guy out?
She's actually searching for a good guy. Like, imagine that.
Like, the only places I go realistically are the gym and
It's basically every place. Gym,
out to dance with my friends.
So you got
Gym and bar.
bars in the gym.
Yeah.
bar and gym. That's where good people are. I mean, nerds supposed to go somewhere. Introverts supposed to go somewhere at some point in their lives. I haven't been, offered anything. That's the problem. What do you want? You can't find me. What are you talking about? You're not gonna find me. Unless, Tinder would work, so some kind of dating media would actually work. Maybe you would find me there. But women want, like, this tangible thing for people to physically go outside. Yeah. Then things get a little bit more tricky, actually. If you want tangible, you have to be level 3 for that shit. Otherwise, level 2 will find relationship through friends, not through just, like, tangible interactions. And level 1, you're not gonna find anything. You're just gonna have to learn to live alone or with your parents. If you're level 1, just be grateful for what you have. I am technically level 4, and I can find people in a much different state, or in much different ways than most people would even dare to fucking try. I mean, I even went into homeowners meeting where it's just people like me don't go there. And even if they go there, they don't take it seriously. I say homeowners, it's more like apartment owners. Inside apartment building. I'll go there every time anyone slips, I'm a fucking hammer these people. Because we're not living in good times right now. Why would I like this? I liked it in the moment. Apparently Shell Sword is faster than Adventure Sword because stupid fucking reasons. It's so ridiculous. This is literally proof hanging around that I did created a faster sorting method, but I mean, if you compare something to insertion sword, when you still use insertion sword, this is the fucking most ironic thing of all time. But, hey, capitalism does not help me solve a problem. Like, yes, you can present it, you can build a fucking presentation, maybe you'll get views and what's not, but even then, what the fuck are those views gonna do? What is that? Are you gonna actually attract high-level people? If we don't sort the levels of people, we're screwed. It's not even, it's fucking pointless. The only sorting method women have is how tall the person is and how much money they make. That's their sorting algorithm. You know? It's fucking weird though. And we don't know where to go. So what the fuck is capitalism doing right now? Why is it so problematic? Because just convergence doesn't actually explain everything. Maybe there's like a level of confusion, level of individuality going on. And again, level of just money solves everything. If you have enough money, you can build anything. You can send job offers and people gonna respond. Because it's money. It's fucking, they're magnetized to that shit. Although the most fascinating part is that capitalism doesn't filter people. You cannot find levels of people. Like, we barely can do it ourselves. Because, like, a certain type of person is going to feel more attractive. And it's not that difficult to filter people. Like, what the fuck is going on? This would solve a lot of problems. What's going on? Well, all the solutions are born inside my head because my head is actually, like, super high IQ and everything. Those solutions are not going to be born anywhere else. If I am not a point of convergence, if I don't have ultimate amount of money and I can change the way the world works, I can just shit the fucking golden eggs every day. Nothing's going to happen. Because my thoughts cannot do anything tangible. Smart people are left behind just not knowing what to do. They're left in confusion because convergence does not give them any resources to work with. It just leeches from them. Because everyone around you is having a lot of problems and causing a lot of problems. And it's just, all of it becomes a distraction. All of it becomes a time waste. Every single time you bump into a fucking NPC wall, because they're unreachable, you can't talk to them, it's a waste of energy, man. Because they deny access. They're not, they're closed people. They have to have their privacy to stay sane. It's like, okay. You're a very shallow person. The NPCs need privacy more than anyone else. This is how you know. Like, when you interact with them, they accidentally can build up a fucking wall. Accidentally, they will find themselves behind a wall. That's it. You start smelling of, like, well, you kind of smell like a bad actor. And when you suspect too many things, wall. I guess you got gotten, right? That's how you win conversations. When you see someone become unreachable all of a sudden, or they get sick, whatever excuses they have, they might want to try and blame you for it, like, whatever the fuck they're doing, pushing for unreachability is the most NPC behavior ever. If it happens in real time, if they were like a normal, your level type of person, and bam, they put up walls. If they're famous and they're busy, that's a good excuse, unfortunately. So, staying indoors or outdoors should not give you mental problems. Unless staying indoors feels like you're still bombarded by something. And you're not introverts, especially. Like, you don't have to stay indoors. Everyone's dynamic is different of how they solve problems. But one thing capitalism doesn't care about the most, it's the most neglectful of, is just mental problems. They have their fucking placeholder solution, and I know it's a placeholder solution. I know the actual solution to mental issues is just caring about other people. And all the bottled up emotions that they can't release anymore. That's the biggest issue. Like, it's so fucking toxic. How we treat each other. So of course mental problems are gonna occur, especially when the system is broken. You can expect that. But the biggest issue is, welcome to survival, alright? That mental issues are just gonna accumulate. There's no place to go for you to actually cure them, alright? It's not just about going to a certain place because you're a teenager. You can't go anywhere, do anything, alright? There's no place to go, nothing to do. Unless you're really fucking lucky. If you're lucky, and you know you have one of those things happening in your life, I mean, congratulations, but you have to embrace it and build business around it. You have to fucking save the rest of the people. Everyone has obligation to push forward and share the awesome resources that are probably pretty easy to share in the first place. Because you see the world from a different angle where it's possible. You just have to grow your solution. Just keep expanding. Keep pushing your passion forward.
People understood that people with no support system operate completely different than the average person. While the average person have somebody to call 24/7, they have somebody to share their lowest moments with, and they even might have financial support from someone else.
So that's the problem, right? That pushes people into self-improvement, because that's what happens without support system. You automatically have to support yourself. You have to improve yourself. So you stabilize reality that is trying to fucking kill you the whole time. Fundamentally, you can shut down you versus reality. If reality is trying to kill you, it's pushing you that way. Right? It's trying to crack down your resources, collapse your resources, and push you this way. So you can finally find a support system from within. Downside yourself. Because the better decisions you make, the less support you need. In the end of the day, there's millions of decisions can be made. If I made magical decisions that give me infinite resources, fuck yeah, dude. That would be amazing. But instead, I'm still losing. I'm still bleeding. I'm still withering away until I find all the best things I can possibly do. It will not stop. I will not stop drifting in this direction. But now we're in dangerous waters. You know? This gotta fucking end. Now that I become godlike, it has to stop. The needs to, or the feeling of like I have no support. It has to stop now. And again, capitalism takes a toll in different ways, but fundamentally, it's just an operation system. There's a lot of things that failed in society to get me to that point, right? We have this cross-section filter system. Politicians, famous people, regular people. But fundamental levels, it's still difficult to like perceive exactly where people are. You have to acknowledge, you can't just ignore it. And people are definitely ignoring me.
Support system don't have any of that, and they have to move not more so in a survival instinct, but in the wisdom instinct.
So again, what I built, the matrix of self-improvement, it literally materializes. It's undeniable. Which should fucking scare you how consistent it is, because when I tell you the weird shit where it's like I'll become an alien, when I'm telling you the weird shit, that's where we should really fucking pay attention. So technically, yes, we're going like full circle. We're mentioning like alt topics, like things are not tangible enough. There's not enough businesses. Because if there's not enough jobs, there's not enough businesses. Why is that? I swear to God, like, minimum wage is such a fucking overkill. I can't believe this. Now, like, you should be building a successful business, but, like, what about the starting point? Right? But then, like, what qualifies as employee? And you just have to fucking let the government decide when it wants to decide something. At some point, you build a business as a fucking crime. You know? Whatever happens, happens. Someone else has to decide if I'm doing something wrong. Well, guys, granted, Mr. Beastification of the YouTube is happening, which is not very helpful to people on the platform. When we literally helplessly try to turn TikTok into some kind of safe haven for intellectual content, right? We don't want beastification all the fucking time. We want to feel like we're making progress when we're watching content that's somehow productive. That's the biggest issue, right? Like, everything you're doing has to be relatively useful in some degree. It shouldn't just, like, I make a video and it's actually brain rot video that's going the opposite way. It's dragging people into insanity, creating more mental problems. But that's the thing, both things are happening at the same time. The evil is dragging people into brain rot activities, and the good people are actually, like, fucking setting up camps in a different social media that still has some fucking integrity left. Like, before TikTok, you would never catch me showing other people's videos and their insides, because I wouldn't find them. There's no such thing on YouTube, finding insides. It's very rare, dude. You have to know what you're looking for, at least. I mean, technically, I do look up to, like, very, very specific topics. But you just have to know. I technically am excited about the future of AI, because you can build a lot of things that are beneficial, or at least speed up the learning process. But again, my brain is maxed out. The biggest problem is, like, all these NPCs getting in my way, and I can't get to my level of people, where my people supposed to be. I can't reach them right now. We're supposed to discover all these, like, amazing things and not just complain, right? It's like TikTok, it might be good at complaining, but discovering the matrices of thinking, not so much. Like, TikTok is definitely good at going sideways, unfortunately. Where I know that they're going sideways, it pisses me off so much. And it's still, there's walls upon walls because they're fucking made of NPCs anyways. Most of them are still NPCs. It's fucking crazy. And unfortunately, due to corporatism, famous people are also very difficult to reach. So to me now, like, a connection with a human being is the most valuable thing, like fucking gold. Beyond gold. It's fucking priceless, dude. Although it probably does have a price. You can put a price on anything, but it's very difficult to tell because it's like a subscription cost. Like, you would pay every single month to have a connection to a real human being. But again, it has to be your level. It cannot just be a soul-draining experience where any time the guy just disappears. Right? One day you can have a conversation, and that's it. It's the last... one and only day you have met that person. Then you can have like a 10-day conversation with a person who's willing to put some work, who's honest with himself. I can put up with that person for 10 days. For 100 days, I can put up with a person who can achieve some tangible results. For 100 days, it looks like. I don't know. It is not a perfect match in the end of the day. And if someone is level 4, and we don't, neither of us level up too fast, that's a lifetime connection. I really don't think true love is possible outside of your level either. Yeah, I'm thinking of like how would I fight bikers? I think I just came up with a new solution, right? Fucking protest these motherfuckers at the pump. They need gas. Nah, you guys have to pay extra for gas. Just make it inconvenient. Simple enough. They get mad, they get arrested more often too, because it's their fucking identity. What? I can have motorbike, but I cannot have gas for the motorbike? Not if society says no. That's how you solve problems. You choke evil, basically. You take away evil's resources. They can have all them NPCs, but they shouldn't be having, like, the good people to leech from. Right? Evil shouldn't be taking over the good people. That's why it should be important to take them, save them from collapsing society. And again, when I say these things, I'm like, there's an alien inside me listening to like, oh, you guys will have this issue. Oh, I'll use it against you. Everything I'm saying, there's alien listening and who's gonna use all this information against humanity because it just didn't fucking listen. Didn't have the conceptual language for themselves to understand. That's why I'm building matrices as a language fucking crutch to collect additional concepts. But it looks like I don't need that many matrices. So that's cool. It's not even that difficult. If I needed this level of support and things got worse, I will need this level of support. Because evil has taken over one piece. And everyone has to move forward if they want to survive. Or they basically join evil. They're basically complicit to the shit that's going on. Just one piece is good enough to shift the entire fucking state of the world. It's more traumatizing. You cannot shift up, though. But it can move things around. People would want to escape this. They have money. They have connections. They would try to escape this. Disaster. It is also possible that a godlike person gets shifted out to be a destroyer. He destroys that piece of society, and everything goes back to normal. I don't know. That sounds cool, too. There's the godlike version of me who wants isolation, who wants to escape, because, again, people still, like, they're yapping, they're acknowledging things, but are they building solutions? Nuh-uh. They're relying and they're hoping that whatever they buy is helpful somehow, whatever they say is helpful. But all it is like self-confirmation. Because a lot of people they have to be fundamentally attractive to get TikTok viewership. And TikTok itself has to succumb to attractive people. Whatever attractive people want to say right now, we have to have it their way, basically. We don't have capitalism under TikTok. TikTok is introducing a whole new thing. All right? It's a whole new social media style that has to emerge because capitalism is about to die anyways. So it's the attractive people rule, my friends. Very different, but still problematic in general. I know it's difficult to build a business. I know it's difficult to start. But that's why you have to unite to some degree where you can move the pieces around. Without other people, you can't move anything. You almost can't save progress. Every person adds additional functionality to reality itself. If the outside world was a passionable project where you go to that location to do this thing, you go to that location to do that thing. If you, like, you should belong to a group of people, you should go to a gym to get stronger or test your strength or whatever. It's a nice form of socialization, but yes, I was offered to go to a gym. That worked for some time until it didn't work, right? Because I lost those friends and I didn't make new friends. There's like such a fucking fragile way of building connections. It's unbelievable. Is it my fault? Like, is it really my fault? Because I'm fucking trying to some extent. How much do I have to fucking do to actually start succeeding? Right? It's so complicated. It's so complicated, and it's like the most essential thing, it seems. Is the thing that just collapses your resources because you can't even spend it. You can have the money. Where are you gonna spend it to actually achieve improvement in relationships? That's the funny thing. We don't even have spaces. Why? Wouldn't people spend money to have relationships? Are you fucking kidding me? They already do. Dating already costs a lot of money. So if we build relationship hubs where it shouldn't cost that much money anymore, if we reduce the cost, the money can go into someone's pockets for solving a fucking problem. So in the end of the day, we're still scratching our foreheads thinking, what the fuck is going on? Why is no one solving problems? You get money for that shit, right? And it's not my problem because I'm isolated. I'm one person. I have problems I want to solve with other people's businesses. We're not building things. Anything that's not getting built is not getting solved. That's it. Fundamentally, that is it. Some things have been built and some things have not been built. That is fundamental. That you can't just have it all. And unfortunately, there is limit to competence in human beings. That is the ultimate conclusion, that you have to deal with it. It is what it is. Fucking hell. All right? And you have to be so grateful, recognizing rare resources. Right? To me, human connection is the rarest of resources. Human connection that, like, is relatively respectful. That shit is insanely rare somehow. And it's probably some kind of episode that I have to figure out how to build. But for now, that's what we get. Recognizing that competence has its own limits. Not everything will exist. Okay, spaces don't exist. Relationships don't exist. You should panic. You should worry about that. You should treat it as a rare resource. You should be as nice as possible to other people who want to talk to you. At very least. Right? That should be upgraded. I mean, people find me rude and on it. Maybe that's a problem, considering how rare resource this communication resource is. Maybe they know maybe narcissists know way more about it. Kind of fucking smirking at me off like, oh, you think you're gonna survive with all this rudeness? Oh, fucking assholes. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, bro. See you guys next time.